I love BMW. BMW fever was injected into my bloodstream when I was like 12 years old. About 9 or 10 years ago, my dad got an F10 535i, which he put a lot of time and money into, alongside his close friend who had a Yas Marina Blue F80 M3. I thought they both really had cool cars, of course, I was a young kid. And naturally, I fell in love with the brand, and they've been my favorite ever since. 12-year-old me knew for a fact that I'd end up with a BMW, and fast forward a decade, the time has finally come to hop on Facebook Marketplace so that I can search for the perfect BMW. The plan was to find a 335i with the N54 since they were on the cheaper end of getting something with good power. Should be easy to find one in good condition, right? Right? What the fuck? After a month and a half, and nearly all hope was lost, I stumbled upon a newly posted BMW, which wasn't even what I was originally looking for. A super clean 6-speed manual 135i with an N54 under the hood. I made it my mission to go and make the 5-hour drive to pick up this car. The 5-hour trip was done, checked out the car in person, and it was really clean. As you could see, we got it strapped down and took it back home. After a 4.5-hour drive, hauling the Oneer with the Passport, which did phenomenal by the way. The 1 Series has found its new home. It looks great. Once again, the Passport did a phenomenal job in that 4.5-hour drive. So now we'll get to unloading it, and I'll get my first test drive in, do a little small loop. First day with the Oneer. Took some flack on the way over here. May have taken the life of a little organism, whatever the hell that is. But it's super dirty, plenty of watermarks. Seller actually said that he accidentally left it parked exactly where the sprinklers go on, which I have no issue with, because we're gonna be cleaning it right now. I did get this sprayer off of Amazon about a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago. It's definitely not as good as the pressure washer ones. However, this does do its job, and it's a small car, so the fluid I put in, which is only about halfway, should be enough to cover the whole car. As it did on my previous car, which was a Mini Cooper. So we're gonna go ahead and start spraying this. I actually had to go and buy a new sponge. Mesh one to remove the bugs, because they are super glued on there, as well as this wasn't a necessity, but I thought it'd be nice to have a nice sponge with a handle. And my spray gun is all full, so we're gonna go ahead and hit the car with some soap and water. Once again, the pressure washer ones are 100% better, but I'll give you a look at how effective this is. Once again, for what it is, it's really not that bad. I'll hit the window so you can see how much pressure is going. It's a decent amount, good enough to get this wash going. So I'm going to go ahead
and start scrubbing the panels down with that mesh brush. Brush wasn't a big hit on the trunk where all those spots were, but for all the bugs on the front, it did a great job. The front bumper was completely caked in bugs that were picked up along the way from where we picked up the car, which was a 4-hour drive away, so it was quite a lot of time just getting dirty, smashing bugs. But from here, here's where we're gonna fuel up for the first time.
I did want to point out that the previous owner did put on the dual cone air intakes, as well as an aftermarket charge pipe and a blow-off valve. Besides that, I do believe the rest of the car is stock. Overall, this car feels fantastic. Being a 15-year-old car and an even older design, I think BMW did a great job. I personally believe that the 1 Series is the best vehicle from that lineup in this generation. The drive feel is fantastic. Not having electric power steering makes a big difference. I do believe this is going to be transformed into a either red or black interior, because I think that looks the best. Right now the color is god-awful, and the headliner is hanging. It's not in the best shape, but it's also not too far gone. It can be worked on. After giving this car some time, the turnout will be fantastic, and I'm really excited to make it look better. Made it back to the house. It was a super fun drive. Sounds really good. Still blown away with how just great this car is for being as old as it is. This is my first BMW, as well as my first time with an N54, which we all know how that goes, but I'm all for it. I'm ready for what I'm gonna run into, but I'm also super excited to once again make this car look even cooler. If you made it this far into the video, I really appreciate it, and it means a lot. This is my first time making content, and I don't plan on slowing down. I have a lot of big things planned for this car, and I hope that's something people would stay interested in following. But anyway, thanks for watching once again. I'll catch y'all in the next one.